Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thank you to Martina Dennis. Thank you for the t-shirt you sent me. I love it. I wore it and then I washed it and then I wear it for the next YouTube. So we're in business now. Thank you, Martina. Thank you for posting that all the way to Australia for me. And the other one, I will wear that at a future date. So going back to part 2 of Ho'oponopono. Now, the story is, it goes like this, continuation. To be successful, it is important to take the following steps. To join with the original source, the being of light, and the ancestors. Number 2, to contemplate and accept the problem. Number 3, to take on 100% responsibility for the existence of the problem in your life. To be ready, this is number 4, to be ready, following forgiveness, to handle things differently. Number 5, to mutually pardon and forgive. And number 6, to give thanks and offer the closing prayer. All situations, encounters, and events that enter my experimental horizon have meaning. And through Ho'oponopono, you can learn to decipher these inward hidden messages that are contained in the situations and events. Practice orientated, and while you read this little book, you can start undoing the Gordian knot in your heart and get ready to shape your world afresh. Now, the story of Dr. E. Haleakala, Hew Len. You would know him as Dr. Hew Len. I've mentioned him before. Ho'oponopono may be the most effective method of solving problems and conflicts ever devised by a culture. It became known mainly through Dr. E. Haleakala, Hew Len, and the record of his work in healing 28 psychologically ill prisoners. This achievement is considered a therapeutic miracle and demonstrates the effectiveness of Ho'oponopono. Moreover, it is an acknowledged therapy in the USA, and even for forgiveness at the diplomatic level, there are already more than 50 studies. In 1983, a trusted friend asked Dr. E. Haleakala, Hew Len, to work in the psychiatric department of the state prison of the Kaneohe on Hawaii. 30 prisoners, all psychologically ill, were confined there with a chronic shortage of staff. There was a good reason for the shortage because both the institution and the work were commonly described as the hell. Most of the employees were either ill, unsuited for their work, or gave their notice as soon as possible after beginning employment. However, Dr. E. Haleakala, Hew Len, agreed to work there on the condition that he was allowed to use a method that he had just learnt. It was arranged that he would only read the prisoners' reports and he would not talk to them. What did Dr. Hew Len do? In the following 4 years, he read the prisoners' reports several times a day and asked himself, what is there in me of darkness and negativity, of power and hatefulness, that something similar should exist in my world? What is my part in it that my brother has done such a thing? When he found something of that in himself and in his heart, power, aggression, hatred, vengefulness, envy, jealousy, the whole palette of depths of humanity, he would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Dr. E. Haleakala, Hew Len worked exclusively on the cleansing of his heart and consciousness, and after 1.5 years he had made a Ho'oponopono and changed the mood, atmosphere and climate in the prison hospital. After 18 months, none of the prisoners wore handcuffs anymore. The staff, wardens and therapists now came happily to work and the illness figures declined. It became possible to hold therapeutic conversations with the prisoners, and after 4 years, all the inmates except for 2 were cured. The institution was finally closed. Did Dr. Hew Len really cure anyone? Those impacted? Yes. However, in an interview, Dr. Hew Len has explained that he only worked on his own purification and the deleting of the information in his own subconscious. He did not speak of cures, but emphasized that the solution to the respective conflicts succeeded because he had taken 100% responsibility for the existence of the prisoners in his life. Okay, and that really fits in with Neville's Everyone Is You Pushed Out, okay, which I've talked about before. And I will put the playlist to Everyone Is You Pushed Out down below. And I will put the Ho'oponopono playlist down below. So that brings us to the end of part number 2 of Ho'oponopono. This is such a great little book. I'll put the link down to this book where you can buy it in the description down below. Okay? Lots of love, everybody.